Hey, what's going on? Zach D Productions here, and I am here for a ranking video for you guys. So for this ranking, I'll be ranking the Matrix movies. So I am a pretty big fan of the Matrix films. There have been 4 of them so far. Now 2 of them I think are really great, and the other 2 I think are just okay. But I do think that all of these movies have good things about them. And Keanu Reeves, probably one of my favorite actors of all time, probably one of my favorite famous people of all time, just in general. But yeah, so we'll be going from worst to best based on my opinion, of course, and I'm sure some people will agree with at least some of the placements in my ranking. So what I have last in my ranking, the weakest Matrix film, I gotta go with Matrix Revolutions. For me, just not the most memorable Matrix film. This film lacks screen time of the main characters, you know, of course, like Neo and what's her name, Trinity. Yeah, there's a lack of the main cast in this film. Focuses too much on the side characters. Now, I do think that the action in this film is really good, you know, with those mechanical robotic suits that they use in this movie. I mean, visually and everything like that, the effects, I mean, it all looks really cool and everything, and, you know, I do like the emotional scenes in this movie. So yeah, there are things about this movie that I do like. I would not say that it's a bad movie by any means, but among all 4 of the Matrix films, I'd say that this is the weakest one. So Matrix Revolutions is coming in at number 4. So at number 3, I gotta go with the most recent one, The Matrix Resurrections. There's a lot of things about this film that have kind of rubbed me the wrong way, particularly the parts where, like, in the movie, The Matrix is a movie. Like, I wasn't really sure how I felt about that. I mean, maybe I'd have to watch these films again a few more times to fully grasp that, because that is the thing about the Matrix films. You do have to watch them quite a few times in order to, I guess, understand them, because they are pretty confusing films. But yeah, I was a little iffy about that, but you know, I think the film is decent. They, of course, bring back Trinity, and, you know, of course, Keanu Reeves in this movie, he has his, you know, John Wick hair, basically. He doesn't look how he did in the original trilogy, so there is that. I know that some people even call this movie John Wick in the Matrix. I mean, yeah, I don't know, but I mean, the characters, kind of interesting. This is basically a modern take on the Matrix. Obviously, it's not going to look as late 90s, early 2000s as the original trilogy did. So, you know, I kind of do appreciate some aspects of this movie. You know, again, you know, it's basically a modern Matrix film. It's good, but I wouldn't say that it's great. There are some cheesiness to it and things like that. You know, obviously it's not perfect or anything, not the best Matrix film, you know, but it's a decent film for what it is, and visually looks very cool and everything like that. So Matrix Resurrections is coming in at number 3. Okay, so at number 2, I gotta go with Matrix Reloaded, which is the second one. Yeah, great film for sure. I really do enjoy this one. I've actually watched this one before I seen the first one, which I probably should have watched the first one first, but it's whatever. But even though this was the first one that I checked out, I've pretty much enjoyed it. I mean, the action in this film is great. Of course, you know, with Keanu Reeves, you know, the choreography in this movie is great. You know, when he's kicking all those guys all at once. I mean, that's such a memorable scene. And the highway scene, I mean, definitely one of the best scenes in all of the Matrix films. And yeah, the action in this movie, I think, is just really great. So there you go, Matrix Reloaded coming in at number 2. Kind of an underrated movie. I mean, yeah, it's not as good as the first, but I'd say it's still a classic. So there you have it. Great film. But at number 1, I got to go with the first one. the first Matrix film, which I think is honestly one of the best movies of all time, one of the best sci-fi action movies of all time, whatever you want to say about it. I mean, of course, you have the iconic scene where Keanu Reeves is dodging those bullets, you know, in slow-mo. I mean, it's just really cool. I mean, the effects in this film really ahead of their time. I mean, if you watched this movie, you would have never guessed it would have released during this time. It definitely looks very good, you know, visually and everything like that. You know, just it basically has Neo trying to basically find out if, you know, he's the one who has these certain abilities, and you know, he ends up getting good at what he does and everything, and you know, lots of cool moments in the movie for sure. So the first Matrix film, I mean, obviously lots of memorable things about it between the characters and the scenes, and you know, of course, like you have Morpheus, very memorable character. But yeah, great movie for sure. Arguably, in my opinion, one of the greatest films of all time. So the first Matrix is my favorite. So let me know what you think. How would you rank the Matrix movies? Feel free to let me know. Do you agree with this ranking? Is your ranking at least similar? Feel free to let me know. So on that note, thanks for watching and have a good one.